UGC is one of the biggest scams I've seen in the direct-to-consumer e-commerce space. I've ran a creative agency in the past. I've provided this service, so I have room to speak on this topic, and I can guarantee you that if you're getting advice from any other creative agency, you should probably look to disregard that advice, and if you're working with them, at least try to fire them, because ultimately, UGC is not needed to scale in 2024. I think a lot of brands and consumers are saturated with UGC, and ultimately just the efficiency of it just takes too long, right? You have to find influencers or content creators to possibly want to shoot content for your brand. They want to get paid upon actually delivering the work. You have to ship out product to them. They could live in different states, could be California, could be New York, could be up north, right? So shipping is going to take anywhere from 3 to 5 to even 7 days for that influencer to get the product. They might not even get a good job of said product, so you're losing out on shipping, you're losing out on free product fulfillment, and on top of that, you still got to pay the content creator around $100 to shoot a single video, and then that has to get sent to post-production to your editing team, and the editors have to knock that out, and ultimately you don't even know from an ad perspective if that single UGC video is going to work or not. There's no guarantee that you're going to get a return on that single creative. So there's more losses to gain than wins to gain. You're losing out on time, you're losing out on product development or even product fulfillment. You have to wait on shipping times. You don't even know if the creator is good enough to shoot said product or they're going to follow the script you provided. And then fifth is ultimately the longevity of this video. If you can't script these videos out properly to make it evergreen, you're just paying for this single creative one time. Whereas to make UGC worth it, at least get the creator shoot scene by scene by scene, and that might cost you more money, but so that you can have separate B-roll footage to use across year round. So when I take that same process that I just covered, the process it takes to run UGC ads, and I compare that to something like running static images. Static images, you can create 5 to 10 concepts within 2 hours. You can have multiple variations. You can test a lot of statics within a span of 7 days. You're not focusing on shipping. You don't have to worry about that. And then ultimately, you can scale your ad account with literally just static images. I've scaled e-commerce brands during Q4 with just solely static images and founder videos. Those were the highest returning creative archetypes that provided us a lot of capital and a lot of profit. So I say this to say, if you think that you only need UGC to scale your ad account on Meta, you're completely wrong. You can scale with statics. Statics are far more efficient. You can test more, and ultimately they're more effective than UGC. Whereas when you're getting pitched by UGC ad agencies, they're telling you, oh, you're gonna have a higher chance of scaling with user-generated content. This is what the market wants. This is what the market needs. They are just trying to sell you on their service. There is no direct correlation that UGC outperforms statics. I'm actually seeing statics outperform UGC because UGC is no longer authentic. Every single user is seeing UGC ads on TikTok. Every single user is seeing ads on Facebook, Instagram that follow this sort of structured script, this paid actor mechanism. The efficiency of actual UGC is going to come from your customers, from just random B-roll footage of them unboxing the product, taking the product, using the product. Also, founder videos. Founder videos crush because the founder is telling their story. They're being authentic. Even podcast clips. Podcast clips are outperforming and are way more efficient than this UGC element to it. So I say this to say, stop putting all your eggs in one basket. Stop believing that UGC is the only way you'll scale your paid media. The only pathway that makes sense is you start with a static, you build into a GIF. Then if that concept has legs and you want to go up the vertical, then you invest into UGC, or maybe build around affiliate marketing community so that you can have affiliates push your product with the content they make, right? Whether they have a following on TikTok or they have an audience on YouTube. That's kind of the pathway I have in mind that works, that's more efficient. And ultimately, I mean, you're getting overcharged by these UGC agencies. So let's just keep it realistic, right? They're going to charge you 6 to 10K a month just to deliver 45 testable ads, or even up to like 60 ads, when in like theoretically speaking, maybe it costs around $100, or like in total with cogs and all that, maybe it costs $150 to get up to like 6 variations of videos. Whereas that agency, they're paying that same amount and they're just overcharging you around like $250 per video, right? So I say this to say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You don't need to rely on UGC ads to scale your paid media. The most effective way, and logically what makes sense, you start with a static GIF, then you build into UGC. And ultimately, if you go the UGC route, I believe that you should do founder videos, podcast clips. Those are crushing it, rather than getting a paid actor to promote your product without any authenticity. What outperforms that is even customer reviews or actual data or video form from your existing customer base when you have that community to build to. So with that being said, what is the structure? How do we transition? How can we build the creative flywheel system in-house? Well, I've done it in the past, and a lot of these creative agencies, what they do is they hire a creative strategist. You have your creative strategist on top. They're doing a lot of market research. They're looking at concepts. They're expanding the product line. They're expanding the ideal customer profiles with different angles, with different methods to reach that pocket of audience. And then you go a step further. They're developing the scripts, or they're developing the concept. They might shoot a Loom video breaking down of, hey, this is what we need. This is what we're looking for. This is what we're going to test for the entire week. And then the editors going behind them, handling all post-production needs. So the editor is producing statics. The editor is producing GIFs. The editor is maybe tweaking the founder video and condensing that into multiple clips or multiple variations. The editor is maybe doing some animated variations of content, right? But literally, that's all you need. That's the team. Instead of you paying $6K a month to a creative agency that has the same exact system, you're better off paying, bringing that internally in-house, right? Bringing the creative strategist on board, bringing the editor on board. And ultimately, you're going to save on money. That creative strategist and editors ideally just focus on your brand, and then you don't have to worry about that creative agency outsourcing to other components or other team members, right? You're very efficient, you're lean, and you have the ability to test a lot of concepts faster than said creative agency. So I say this to say, if you're looking for somebody to place, or if you're looking for a creative strategist, or you're looking for an editor, you want somebody placed into your company, you want the exact protocol so that you can build in-house for an exit. You can one day finally exit your company and get the money you're worth, rather than just continually grinding without some sort of payout. Check out scalevelocity.io. That's my site. You can book in a call, talk directly with me, and then from there I'll break down, ultimately you can see our resources, our testimonials, how our protocol actually works. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.